Hey, welcome to the Playa Venao show. And we are lively recorded today at La Barca. And La Barca is a tremendous place on the beach to sit, enjoy the beach, enjoy some friends, read a book, go surfing. It's amazing. And we'll tell you more about La Barca a little bit later. But Ben, we just finished up with Carnival.
Yes.
Out in the greater Los Santos district.
Yeah.
Any good Carnival stories?
It was busy. It was very, very busy. Yes. And we came down to the beach a few times, and man, I was just amazed at how many families were out and enjoying the beach and enjoying the local businesses. And we just had a fun time. I think we did some surfing. We played on the beach a little bit. We had a campfire with a lot of marshmallows.
Yeah.
And
right on.
Yeah, it was just a gorgeous, gorgeous week of celebration. You know, everybody getting together and just enjoying themselves.
It's weird how it kind of hit on the calendar because, you know, Carnival is a moving date, but it just so happened that it hit right around Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
It happened right around Valentine's Day. So you had this massive convergence of all these different things to do. And you're right, Playa Venao was popping. And it was so cool to see all of the families on the beach. It wasn't just, you know, people drinking and being crazy and being wild. It was all ages, tons of different families. And it was just really nice. It was pleasant and nice. And if you wanted to stay out late drinking and dancing and participating in Carnival, you could. Or you could just enjoy kind of a relatively quiet, private evening with your friends and family just on the beach. You know, it was really cool to see it.
Yeah. Did you do anything in Pedicee? I know they had some events going on there.
Pedicee was popping off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was crazy down there.
Yeah.
And I did not go down there, but I heard from some friends and neighbors that Pedicee was the spot to be if you really wanted to be in the thick of Carnival. They do great parades there. They crown a queen during Carnival. We should probably at some point, maybe we'll do this next year, we'll have somebody that's kind of an expert on Carnival walk us through all the different meanings and what the Carnival celebration is really like in Los Santos. So that's something to look forward to, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So how was your Valentine's Day?
It was good. Yeah. Honor did a little funny video for it. So we did that in the morning, and then Beth and I kind of chilled out at night. We just ate bad food and watched a movie. We had pizza and, you know, drinks and whatever, and that's how we like to do it. We just like low key, you know, not having to go anywhere, and we just chill. You know what I mean? We just chill. So the kids all went to bed, and we just had pizza and watched a movie. That's basically what we did.
Valentine's Day is always that. It's kind of I consider that a day for rookie couples because I don't want to wait.
Right.
Like I do not want to wait for a seat at a restaurant.
Right.
So I would rather celebrate Valentine's Day a little bit before or a little bit after, just so I can avoid the crowds and the rushes and the waiting and stuff like that.
That's it.
So I leave Valentine's Day to the 20-year-olds.
Let them, you know, I didn't want to take up a seat from them in the restaurants. Right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So coming up today, I'm pretty excited about this interview today. And I'm very excited about this interview today because your son is an amazing kid. And when I think about his hobbies and his curiosities, they're fantastic. And I can't wait to interview him, find out what an 11-year-old's life is like in Playa Venao, what the move was like for him as, you know, being a younger kid, and then the hobbies and how he spends his time down here. So I'm really looking forward to interviewing Honor.
Man, I'm excited for you to interview him as well. You know, being an 11-year-old living this type of lifestyle is completely different than how I grew up as an 11-year-old. Not that it was bad, just completely different. You know.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. It'll be an interesting interview for sure from a Grum's perspective.
Grum's perspective. That's right. And I guess we'll see what Honor has to say. Is he scared of insects or scorpions or spiders or anything like that?
He had a pet snake in Canada, so I think he's okay with the creepy crawlies.
All right.
He's the type of guy who will pick them up, and I've seen him eat stuff before that I'm just like, what are you doing? So you know what? Yeah, that'll be no problem.
Oh, beach and jungle kid stories. This will be good. This will be good. Right on. So, all right. Well, listen. Coming up next, we're going to have Honor Clark on for our interview, and let's take a little quick break.
Nice.
And when we get back, we'll have Honor here.
Let's do it.
All right. And we're back to the Playa Venao show, and today we have our youngest guest so far on the Playa Venao show. We'd like to welcome Honor Clark on the show. How you doing, Honor?
Very, very good. 100%.
All right. Good. So, for the audience,
Good.
how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11 years old.
11.
And when did you move to Playa Venao, Panama?
Probably when I was about 10.
About 10?
About 10. Maybe 10 and a half.
10 and a half? Okay.
9, more like 9.
Yeah.
You've been here for like
3 years?
almost 3 years.
Almost
so
3 years.
yeah.
So yeah, 9 maybe, basically.
9 years old?
Probably
So, can you remember back to when you were 9 and your folks were kicking around the idea of moving to
Yeah.
Playa Venao?
Yeah, so we kind of like during like the second lockdown, we were kind of just like looking for places that we were gonna go, and Panama came up, and I thought it was amazing. I looked at all the pictures, and I saw everything, and it was just really incredible. So yeah, we moved, and I mean, we didn't really move. We went down for a vacation, and I'm just like, wow, I love this place.
So were you looking at pictures of Panama and stuff before the investigative trip?
Well, I remember just one day, my dad and my mom sat down with us, and we're just like, how do you guys think of we going on a little vacation in like 7 months? And we said, yeah, we'd love to.
7-month vacation?
Well, no, we're going. We're going in 7 months.
In 7 months.
we're
Okay,
going
so
in
you had a
7
nice
months.
lead up.
Yeah.
You had a nice lead up time.
So I remember our dad would just show us pictures of Venao. He would show us the surf there, show us where we were gonna go, like the places we were gonna stay, and yeah, it was just absolutely incredible. Like, yeah, just beautiful. Basically.
Oh, that's cool. And at the time, can you remember approximately how old or how big? Well, first off, do you have siblings? Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do. I have one sister who is 8, and I have one little brother who is 6.
Okay, so you're the oldest.
Yes, I'm the oldest.
So do you remember how old or how big they were like during that time?
Valor was what?
Oh my
3?
God.
Yeah, Val's 6. Yeah, he would have been like just turning 4.
Yeah, just turning 4, 3. Journey was probably like 6.
Yeah.
6. So yeah, we went down there and just Journey loved it. Because there's so many dogs running around.
Uh-huh.
She loves dogs so much. So she'll just like in Bocas del Toro, there's this little baby pit bull.
Uh-huh.
Journey just fell in love with it. Like
Really?
every single day, she'd go out looking for it, just play with it for like 3 hours.
Oh,
in the
that's
morning.
so cool. You know, it's funny that you bring that up because I feel the same way. I
Yeah.
love dogs. And in our first time to Panama, I was shocked at how many dogs cruise around without leashes on.
Yeah.
They're super friendly. They're friendly with other dogs that are strangers. They're friendly with the public, and it's almost like dogs here are treated similar to people.
Yes,
Like if
yeah.
they behave themselves, they're just totally cool to wander around.
100%.
And if they don't behave themselves, their owners are reminded to put them on a leash. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I have friends that they'll be just walking down the beach with me, and then their dog will come running from another house, and I feel like kinda you let them out and they just kind of like go around, explore, looking for food and stuff. And I like whenever I'll have like a snack with me and I'll be like sitting out on the benches, there'll be like 20 dogs they just all rush to you. It's just like
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying because
Right.
they're like barking at you, just like, let me eat in peace. I finally got a, yeah.
My dog knows when I'm eating
Yeah.
chicken, rice, and lentils. Like when I'm eating chicken, rice, and lentil, my dog perks right up and is like, "Oh man, this is the greatest lunch ever." You know, that seems to be his go-to meal and stuff like that.
My dog was always with hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs and burgers. Whenever we would have that, she would always just be out there drooling.
Oh, that's
Like,
awesome.
We had a black lab mixed with a Bernese Mountain Dog, so she was just the drool was everywhere. So like as soon as she like smelled the like drool, like we'd have drool ropes all the way down to the floor, and she'd just run and it would just go all over her face. It's just like, I don't want to pet you anymore. You're all
Yeah.
slimy. It's just.
That's funny. Well, I guess you just go in the ocean then.
Yeah,
And rinse
yeah.
off, you know, or the dog goes in the ocean
Yeah.
and rinses off, you know. So
100%.
that's pretty cool. So let me ask you a little bit about what your day-to-day is like in Panama. So do you attend school here at Playa Venao?
I don't do school here, but there's a school opening up here which I am interested in going to. But for now, I just do the online school.
Okay. So you do
Remote
like a
school.
home online
Yeah,
school?
home school, power home school. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Right.
yeah.
And how do you like that?
I like it. I like it a lot. You have all these different subjects, and you get to choose. Like, usually I'll do like basically 2 hours, and then I'll go out and play, and I'll come back and rest with it. So yeah,
That's kind of nice. So you break up
Yeah.
your day with
Yeah.
the schooling a little bit
basically.
to
yeah.
maximize your learning.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that too, to be honest with you. I think that, at least for my son Charlie, it's been super effective to be able to do school, really focus on what you have to learn, focus on what you have to do at school, take a break, go exercise super hard, eat a really good meal, and then go back to the schooling after that. That way your blood sugar's not low, you got all the wiggles out, and you can really
Yeah.
focus on learning instead of being distracted and
Yeah,
screwing around.
I had a school like that back in Canada. It was a ball hockey school.
Okay?
It was like an all boys like military ball hockey school. So we would put on our uniforms.
Uh-huh.
We'd go into school. We would like do work for like 3 hours. Then we would have break where you could just mess around for like 30 minutes
Uh-huh.
and then get back to school. And then we would have lunch and we would go downstairs, go into the changing rooms, get into like our messy clothes, and we'd go out for like 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
Mess around, play in the woods, scrape our knees basically, and
Yeah.
then go back, shower, put on our uniforms, and then do it for like 2 hours. Parents come pick us up. So
Oh, that's cool.
I like the school where you do some school in the morning, go out and play at lunch, have lunch, just go mess around, then like come back and just get back and focus.
I found that the same way, and that's kind of true with some adults at work too. Like,
Yes.
I was a lot better at my job when I would take a break and have a little workout in the middle of my day while I ate lunch. I could eat lunch in about 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I would go get like a 40-minute workout. But it just made the day go by so much faster, and it made me more
Yeah.
productive at my job. So it sounds to me like that works as well for a kid.
Yeah, 100%. For a kid, I don't really like to just sit down and have people like teach me stuff. But when you do it, and then in like a half an hour, you can shut it off, go play with your friends, go play. Personally, for me, when I'm done my school, I'll chat all my friends, and we'll either go out surfing, play soccer, American football, or just go walk around the beach and just hang out.
Oh, right on. So do your folks allow you to go to the beach, by yourself or with your friends? Or?
Yes, yeah. Mostly with my friends, but like, if I was here, my friend was wow.
Well, we're getting a sandblast.
was down by beach break. They would let me walk down and go see them and hang out with them basically all day. Go swimming in the ocean, then come back
Yeah.
for like dinner. And, yeah.
So, can I tell can I tell the story to the audience about, I nicknamed you Triathlon. I don't really call you that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a nickname that didn't really stick, but.
I like it. I like it.
You like the name? I like it too, man.
like it.
Can I tell the audience the story about you on the day that we were doing, like, we did the hill run,
Yeah.
the jujitsu, and then you grabbed your board?
Went out surfing, then went swimming.
Yeah. So, this is for the audience. On a Saturday,
Yes.
it was a Saturday because that's when there's. Well, do you want to tell the audience what your hobbies are, real quick?
Well, yeah.
Typically.
I love jiu-jitsu, surfing. Really love American football. I was super happy that Kansas City won the Super Bowl. It was such a tight game.
Yeah.
I love soccer, jiu-jitsu, surfing, yeah, and American football. That's really all my hobbies.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we can't forget music.
Yeah, and music.
Yeah.
Music 100%.
That's more of your profession, though.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah.
not a hobby. That's more of a profession.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
More like a professional thing that I'm trying to take to the next level.
Yeah. So at Playa Venao, a lot of the kids are involved in jiu-jitsu, and there's a pretty good jiu-jitsu academy here. We've talked about it extensively. You're going to get to know the professor later on at a later episode. But on Saturdays, we have open mat jiu-jitsu, and the adults are welcome, the kids are welcome, and it's about an hour where we're practicing technique and grappling on the mats. Mm-hmm. But before open mat, we do the hill runs.
Yes.
And about half of the members of the academy attend the hill run. And do you want to tell the audience what the hill run is?
Hill run is basically what? I would say 100 meters.
Yeah, it's about 100. It's about a 100-meter hill.
100-meter hill, and it's like really steep. And you sprint up it, and you like jog down 10 times.
So you go up the hill 10 times, down the hill 10 times.
Yes, it's.
And what does that feel like for somebody that's not in shape?
For someone, I mean, I've seen people that aren't in shape do it, and they've survived. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're super tired at the end of it, but you know, first time I made 8, and then the second time I made all 10, and then the other time I made 15 or 16 on the last one. So
Yeah, you and your sister have been crushing it.
Yeah, so anyway, then you jog back to the gym, put on your gi. Well, some of us, it's like me, all my friends we would do the choice. We'd either do jiu-jitsu or we would go work out in the gym. So
Oh, okay.
I personally, for me, I like to work out in the gym because after the hill run, I just feel like I want to do more. So I'll do that, and then yeah. So basically, you do jiu-jitsu. No, sorry, you do the hill runs, you do jiu-jitsu, and I feel like the jiu-jitsu is mostly for adults. There's not a lot of kids that come. I'll like have to like ask people on like Friday to come to open mat.
Okay.
And if there's not a lot of people that like I'll see, if there's not a lot of kids there, I'll go work out. If there is a lot of kids there, I'll train. Mm-hmm. Because mostly it's like Lucien, the yellow belts all come, and like the guys.
Yeah, the 13-year-olds are there.
Yeah, the 13-year-olds that I can really like work with. Like, you know, I have to try really hard, and I can work on my skill too, because I know that they'll let me do it too.
Yeah. Oh, right on. Yeah. So that day, we did the hill run, mm-hmm. and it just so happened that after the hill run, and I struggled on that hill run. I struggled on the hill run because I think I'd just gotten back from North America, mm-hmm. and there was like a heat acclimation thing. I almost honked. You know what that means? If you almost honk on a hill run? Yeah, I almost honked. But I took a couple of deep breaths. I drank some water. That's why we don't go anywhere without a water bottle, and everything worked out. But so you guys did the hill run. It just so happened that day that there was a lot of kids doing open mat.
Yeah.
And then after open mat was over with, the waves were looking really good.
Really, really good.
And you had said to your mom, "Hey, will you go get my surfboard?" And God bless your mom for going to get your surfboard.
100%. It was so
because
good.
Charlie was going out. Was it
Neville and Gustav.
Yeah, it was Neville, Gustav, and Charlie. And you guys all went out. And I was shocked that you guys went out surfing after jiu-jitsu because we had just done the hill run. And rolling in jiu-jitsu for an hour, you work up a crazy sweat. You guys didn't stop for any food at all.
No.
You just grabbed your boards and you went right out, just right outside a beach break, right off a beach break. And I was so impressed because I'm thinking, that's 3 sports right there, running, jiu-jitsu, and surf. Wasn't planned. You guys just did it. I'm like, these kids are triathlons in a different way.
Yeah.
And what I found, what was really impressive, was when you came back in. You're like, you come back. You came back in. I was like, oh, okay. Well, Honor's done for the day. He's going to take a break. And you're like, no, I'm going to go back out. So you brought your board in. You set your board down by the dojo, and then you walked right past me, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go back out. I'm looking at your arms. And you didn't have a surfboard in your arms. I'm like, going back out? I'm like, okay. He walks into the ocean like he's Aquaman. Yeah, you walked in the ocean like you're Aquaman, and then you go swimming out to the lineup, which was approximately
200 meters. I would say 200 meters.
It was about 200 meters to where, Gustav and Nevo and Charlie were with their boards. And I'm not the greatest swimmer on the planet, so 200 meters to me is like, whoa. And apparently 200 meters to you is nothing because you just swam out there. I think you grabbed somebody's board for just like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, just
if that, to just catch your breath,
right.
Kind of ground yourself a little bit. And then you were just treading water, talking with the guys while they would, go catch a wave. So like a good wave would come in, they would, catch it, and you'd just be paddling, kind of watching and stuff like that. And I'm looking at you out there. I was completely amazed because everybody's out there with their surfboard, which is basically a life jacket, strapped to your ankle.
Yeah.
And you swimming out there, just kind of treading water. And then I want to say after about 10 minutes, you decided to swim back in. Mm-hmm. And I was completely impressed with that because you didn't have any fear. You were using your education and experience and knowledge of swimming to keep you calm and confident. And you made it look so easy. And after you came back out, I was like, dude, I'm calling you triathlon from now on because that was amazing. And you're like, listen, it's a Saturday in Venao. This is just a normal Saturday.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool triathlon.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Yeah. So what else do you like to do? How often do you do jiu-jitsu in Venao?
Well, because it's Carnival, we did, I played with my friends for a lot. I usually go about every single day, except probably maybe Saturdays if there's, no open mat.
Uh-huh.
But, Saturdays and Sundays are, my calm days. I'll go hang out with my friends. I'll go play soccer, American football, surf, mess around in the sand with them,
Yeah.
do all that. And we'll go to waterfalls and Playa.
Yeah.
Really amazing beach. We actually, me and my friend went there yesterday, yeah. Went there and we had goggles on, millions. A beautiful fish.
Oh, really? So you were snorkeling out in the cove a little bit?
Yeah.
There was a bunch of fish out there?
Yeah, we put on our goggles, we swam 10 meters down, and we went down there and we just saw that you could swim in between rocks. There was rocks everywhere. It's really good at high tide. Low tide, it's fun, but there's a lot of coral that you'll have to walk over, and I cut my foot pretty badly over there. So we kind of just had to we were laying on top of the water, and you kind of just